Hi, I'm Jamila from A Special Place Wigs, and we're doing a series of the 10 most frequently asked questions that we hear at A Special Place. And right now we're going to do number 6. Number 6 is, can I have a wig made from my own hair? We actually hear this quite a lot, especially for chemotherapy patients who are getting ready to lose their hair. They may have heard that someone has had a wig made with their own hair, or they're thinking about certain charities that make wigs for kids, and you can send your hair in to have that made into a wig. Or sometimes people have hair that's been donated to them from a friend or family member, and they want to know, can I have this hair made into a wig? So we're going to discuss the pros and cons of doing that, so you have a little bit more information to make a decision. Now, I find in talking to people who are interested in exploring this option, there's usually 2 reasons that they're asking that question. The first has to do with price. They think if I supply the hair, then the wig will be less expensive. The other consideration is more just of a sentimental reason, that they feel like it would be more comforting to be wearing their own hair that came from their head. Or it would be a sentimental feeling of having something that was donated from a friend or family member. So let's discuss a little bit about what goes into making a custom wig and when we could use our own hair and when it's not such a good idea. So the answer to the first question is, can you have a wig made from your own hair? And the answer is yes, it is a possibility to have a wig made from your own hair. But you can sense there's a but coming. And the but to that is, it's a rather complicated process and it can take quite a lot of time. Usually it takes about 8 to 12 weeks. And actually right now in the middle of the COVID, the factories have been working on, excuse me, a little catch in my throat. The factories have been working with limited staff, and so it's actually taking us even longer to get custom wigs back. So if you think about that in terms of a chemotherapy patient who's generally going to be losing their hair in a short period of time and then only needing the wig for a few months, unfortunately with having a wig made out of your own hair, a lot of times you don't get it back until your hair is almost starting to grow back in. So the time factor usually does not work real well for chemotherapy patients, the amount of time it takes to custom make a wig. Now I wanted to address the issue about price, because where on the surface it might make sense that we think, oh, it would be cheaper, human hair wigs are very expensive, but if I'm supplying the hair, it will be cheaper. But the reality is often it's not really any cheaper to use our own hair. In fact, sometimes it can be more expensive, and that has to do with the processing and the labor. Honestly, when you purchase a wig, only a small portion of the cost has to do with the cost of buying the hair. Most of the cost of a wig is in the labor, because that hair all has to be processed and sorted and sewn in a certain way. And that's what contributes to the expense of a wig. And when you're supplying the hair, it has to be done custom, so it's a one-time pattern that's made. And so those tend to be even more expensive than a stock wig. So if you're comparing having a custom made wig made with your hair or with someone else's hair, you might save a little bit of money doing it with your own hair. But if you're comparing it to buying a pre-made wig, a stock wig, you're actually going to pay more for that custom made wig with your own hair. Now, talking a little bit about, we said like the sentimentality or the feeling maybe that it's more natural of using your own hair, that is a factor to consider. And a lot of people love that idea of having their own hair, and that's something that can be done. But it's important to keep in mind that a couple things. In the wig making process, the hair has to go into the wig, and the hair folds back around and is knotted in. And so generally you lose about 4 inches. So if you send in hair that is 12 inches, the wig you get back is going to be 8 inches. And also a lot of hair actually is unusable in the wig making process, because some of our hair is actually, the strands are stronger than the others. So they actually do have to still add in most cases, more hair than what was supplied. So there is still going to be some hair mixed in from other suppliers. So it is possible to have a wig made from your own hair, and if it's something you're interested in, we can have a consultation and get you an exact quote on how much it will be and what the time length will be. And we've had some friends, we've had some clients that have had friends and family that donated hair, and we were able to send all that in and have a wig made. We had one lady who had it done actually with her son's hair. So it is a really neat thing that we can do, but actually for most clients it's not the most practical option. So we recommend making that appointment and coming in and talking to us about it to find out if it is a good solution for you. So please join us back for the rest of our series. We're going to be talking about a lot of other subjects regarding wigs and hair pieces. And you can always visit us on the web at www.aspecialplacewigs.com. Thanks and have a great day.